shape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
In the past few days.
Now, Kanye said they don't care about black people, but I want you to know there's some white people in North Carolina, Asheville, that are saying the same thing. They don't care about us. But you want to know what the truth is? It goes beyond the skin, guys. They want to keep us divided. They want it to be racial. They always want us to be in our emotions, and they want to pit us against each other because united, we're a force, and they know that. So as you see, it ain't about black. It ain't about white. It's bigger than that, you all. These people are only after their own interests. And what Donald Trump has been trying to tell you for so long, they're not after me. I know they're trying to assassinate me and get me out the picture, he's saying. But truly, they want to get me out the way so they can get to you. Is the message becoming so clear? Is the picture becoming so very clear now? You all, whatever they are trying to do to pit us into a civil war, you have got to be strong in the spirit. You have got to understand that we are fighting not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual principalities, high wickedness, and high places, Ephesians 6. And we got to wake up every day and be fully equipped in the armor of God, because it's not about black. It's not about white. Like Michael Jackson tried to say, they don't really care about us. Yeah, there's nothing new truly under the sun, right? Kanye tried to tell us, right? I was thinking about that clip when I was thinking about Hurricane Katrina. It's so funny because before the storm hit, I said, wow, we haven't had anything like Hurricane Katrina since you were little. I was talking to my oldest son, Ethan, and then sure enough, what happens? Hurricane Helen, and my goodness, dare I say, it's worse than Katrina. And we're seeing our government once again show us no love, right? It's the people that are uniting together to help one another. And it's infuriating. As I was watching the clips of everyday people sharing their stories and how you're not seeing it on mainstream media. That's why I posted some clips when I was away. I was uploading news clips for you all to see regarding what was going on in Asheville, because it's truly heartbreaking. It's infuriating when you think about that they offered these people $750 and there's no way they can even get water or groceries or food. There are people that are still stuck in the middle of nowhere. There's stories so horrific of children that have been tied by a rope to logs in a last-ditch effort just to spare them, to save their lives, hoping someone would find them, and their parents are dead. Children are walking in the wilderness with no parents. It is infuriating what our government's doing, and the people that are coming in, they're trying to keep out. The people who have the resources, the helicopters, the planes to fly in the goods and the resources that they so desperately need, they're being shut out. Meanwhile, Our government, what are they doing? And it just makes you ask a lot of questions. When you see the people of America united together, no matter what the color of your skin is, race, creed, nationality, we are uniting together to help one another. It's Americans helping Americans, and yet they don't want us to be united. They're scared of that. So they say, no, 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 don't you come over here trying to help. Let the government do what the government can only do. Because if you understood the power that you truly had, they'll be scared of you. They don't want you to think that you could actually link up together. You could actually be so powerful together that in reality, you don't really need them. They want you to need them. But the sad part is they're not showing up for the people. But it's nothing new here to see, is it? I think this had to happen, you all. People need to see what it means to put America last. People get so offended with this statement, America first. You can't help anybody if you can't help yourself first. And this is what I've been trying to get people to understand and open their eyes to. And I think people's eyes are awakened like never before. And trust me, before it's all said and done, people are going to really understand. America first isn't a bad statement. It isn't a racist statement. It isn't a white versus black. No, no, no. It's Americans first, putting our nation first, putting our needs first. We send billions of dollars to Ukraine, billions of dollars elsewhere, and you want to offer these people $750. And here's the kicker: the people who have applied, a lot of them are not even, they're saying they're not qualified. It's ridiculous. What's going on in Asheville, North Carolina, and the surrounding areas that were hit by the storm? Sadly, we've got people taking advantage of them. I'm hearing stories, you all, of lumber companies coming, quoting people saying, hey, we'll just take care of this. And they're not giving them a direct quote. They're just signing contracts. For what? For how much? Who's going to pay for that? You know, that's a good way to get taken advantage of, right? So there's a lot going on. But my main concern, once again, are the people, the children. There are people who have been without power, without food for going on 7 days, you all. It's just, the stories are horrific, and it's infuriating when you see Joe Biden say, what storm? Oh, you mean the storm, Hurricane Helen. Oh, they're doing just fine. They're all right. And the people are dying. The people are suffering. The people are dealing with immense, horrific tragedies all around them, seeing children floating down the river, seeing remains floating, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, how is that causing division? Because now you have war-like zones where people are having to take care of what they have, because people are looting, people are out for themselves. And so now you've got to protect. So everybody's coming together to protect their hood, right? Protect their neighborhood, protect their area, protect what they have. Because, you know, in times of war, things get bad. When people get desperate enough and they get hungry enough and you get thirsty enough, you'll do some strange things that you thought you'd never do, right? So we've got to keep them lifted up in prayer. But I tell you, this was an eye-opener for many about how your government really feels. Kamala is out there doing campaigns and fundraisers for her campaign. Joe Biden was at the beach talking about get somebody else to do it. If this is how she is running the country now, she's showing you who she is. She's showing you how she conducts things. And, you know, I have my feelings about her. I wish no bad about her. But when I tell you she's out for self, when I tell you she is not out for the good of the American people, when I tell you this is spiritual, and what you see is just a glimmer of what she really is, what you'll get. Don't be deceived by the flattering words that she's not even able to really articulate that well. It's very scary to think what could be if she is elected into office. Very scary. So we've got to pray. We've got to fight like never before. And I mean fight in the spirit. And we've got to just really, we just got to really keep interceding for our nation, that that will not come to pass and that Donald Trump will get into office, you all. I keep telling you, he's not like any other candidate that we have. We have an opportunity here, right? Will we take advantage of it? We have free will. I am praying that the eyes of the American people will awaken. People all around the world, they're like, how could the choice couldn't be any clearer, right? And I'm praying for a landslide victory. All things will work together for our good, you all. All things, even what they plan for evil, it will be used to unite the American people. I just believe that with all my being. And so we just have to stay faithful in prayer. But yeah, I saw that Kanye clip. I wanted to show you all because I thought Kanye is always, you know, hate him or love him. I don't know how you could hate him, but Kanye keeps it 100. And this is why they tried to shut him down, right? After that, they brought the Kardashian in to distract him, and it hasn't been the same since. But Kanye's battling, y'all. He's always battling. He's strong in the spirit, you all, and we need to lift him up in prayer too, right? All right, you all, have a beautiful day. Keep the good people of North Carolina in your prayers in the surrounding areas, because the rebuild, we could talk about that, right? The lithium mines and all of that, the land grab, like what they did with, we could talk about all that, but my concern really is with the people, just making sure that they get the resources they need, they get the help that they need as they try to rebuild their lives. It's incredible, the destruction. If you just look at some of those videos, I was on Twitter. I love Twitter. Twitter puts all of the uncensored videos so you can see what mainstream media will never show you, right? And I love that because I don't do TikTok because of, y'all already know, but I love it because Twitter is like, you can get all the good stuff, right? Without all of the mess. But yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. I love you all. Stay prayed up, stay in faith, walk in faith. It's gonna get better, but it's gonna get rocky before it's better, okay? So just be prepared. All right, I love you. Bye.